Hey guys, Kieran here. Today we're going to run through an FTMO Challenge Checklist, some of the points that I think are important before starting an FTMO Challenge. First of all, let me of course mention my Trader Seed program. If you want to receive FTMO funding with huge discounts, go to traderseed.io or there's a link in the description and we can start working together. Okay, so let's have a look at our FTMO Challenge Checklist. The first thing I want to talk about is have a risk management plan locked in. So this really is one of the most important points because you need to have everything, I believe, prepared before you start trading. Okay, so you need to have an understanding of exactly how much you're going to risk, how many trades you're going to be taking, what the expected win rate of your strategy or your entry is going to be. These types of things need to be locked in before you start trading. Now, I've got a video on my YouTube channel about how to build a risk management plan, and I include a free Excel workbook in there as well, so you can plan exactly how your challenge is going to be from start to finish. So make sure you find that video. I'll put a link to it in the description and download the Excel workbook so you can plan it all out ahead of time. So having a risk management plan locked in before you start trading is extremely important, not just for risk management, but in terms of figuring out your expected return. What's the type of win rate that you need to be aiming for with the amount of risk you're taking per trade. And it's really great for your psychology to understand how many trades that you have planned to take in a day, how much you plan to lose on each trade. Having all these things figured out ahead of time means that you're not going to start panicking when you go into drawdown or you have a couple of losing trades. Everything will be planned out ahead of time, and your psychology will not take a hit when such drawdowns begin. So hunt out that video and like I said, make sure you have a risk management plan locked in before you open any trades on your FTMO challenge. The second one, have a clear entry and exit criteria written down. Now this is an important one again, and this also revolves around the theme of having your planning and preparation done ahead of time. You need to make sure that your entry and exit criteria are planned and written down so that once you start trading the challenge, you're not changing system, you're not tweaking things on the fly. You need to really commit and make a pact with yourself that when you start the challenge, you're going to have your entry and exit criteria set and you're not going to change those no matter what happens in the challenge. Okay, so even if you go into a big drawdown, you're going to stick with the entry and exit criteria, and the best way of doing that is having that physically written down on a piece of paper. It doesn't need to be something long, but it's just, you have it written down, and it makes a pact with yourself that, okay, it's written down, I'm not going to change it, because really consistency in our process leads to consistency in profits. So we want to make sure that our risk management plan and our entry and exits are all set. And all we're doing when we're trading live in the challenge is we're executing our trades. We're not doing any analysis, we're not doing any risk management, we're not doing any entry and exit. All these things are written down ahead of time and planned, okay? So the next one is have a daily process practiced and clear. So this is the process you're going to go through every day. So make sure that you have a set specific time every day. You're going to run through your charts. You're going to open your positions. You're going to do your reviewing and your journal entry. Try and make it the same time every day, and try and make it fit into your current life. So if you don't want to wake up early, then don't commit to waking up at 4 a.m. and doing your trading or anything like that. It's just going to be too difficult to follow. So try and just clear a bit of space in your day each day at the same time and run through exactly the same process of looking at your charts, figuring out which positions you're going to take, executing your positions. Maybe you're checking your positions throughout the day. Try and structure everything exactly the same every day. Make sure you've practiced it, make sure it fits into your current lifestyle, and make sure it's very clear, because you don't want to be chopping and changing your process throughout the challenge, because again, we're not going to be being consistent if we do that. So the main thing is we want to just be consistent in everything we do. So our risk management plan is locked in and consistent. Our entry and exit criteria is locked in and consistent. And our daily process is practiced and clear. So it's consistent every single day. And we don't have to worry about it once we start taking trades. And if we start to go into drawdown, we don't start panicking and over trading, because we already have a plan of how many trades we're going to take. We already have a plan of when we're going to be looking at our charts and when we're going to be taking our positions. Okay, and we're going to try and stick to that every single day to maintain consistency. Okay, so the next one is the universe of markets decided upon. So this is again around the theme of preparation and consistency. We want to ensure that we only look at the markets that we have planned to trade ahead of time. So if we have planned to trade, let's, for example, the S&P 500 in gold, we don't want to be looking at other markets during the challenge. We only want to be looking at the S&P 500 in gold. Maybe you're an FX trader and you trade loads of FX pairs. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you have decided upon which markets you're going to trade, and during the challenge you're not searching around different markets, going through different time frames, because if you want to take a trade, there's always a reason. You'll find a reason on some time frame to take a trade. So we want to make sure that which time frames we're using and which markets we're going to trade is set before we start the challenge, and we're not hunting around and looking at charts, random stuff during the challenge. This all should be decided ahead of time and before we start opening any trades at all. And the last one is understand the FTMO rules. Now in my Trader Seed program, I see hundreds, thousands of traders go through my program, and I've seen so many of them hit the loss objectives completely needlessly because they haven't understood exactly what the objectives are. Make sure you understand the rules of the FTMO program. When you go into your account metrics, you can click on the name of the objective. There'll be a video there which explains exactly how the rules are calculated. Make sure you understand how the loss objectives and the max loss and the max daily loss objectives are calculated. Okay, these are calculated based on your current account equity, so your closed trades as well as your open trades. Okay, so it takes into your account your floating P&L, your open P&L. So you cannot carry large positions because you'll hit your max daily loss. Okay, so just make sure you understand what the rules of the objectives are, and you will be ahead of 90% of the people who trade the FTMO challenges, because you will understand the rules. So make sure you do that. It's super important, and really that will give you the best chance of completing the challenge. So just to review, let's see the challenge checklist. So you want to have a risk management plan locked in ahead of time. You want to have clear entry and exit criteria written down ahead of time. You want to have your daily process practiced and clear ahead of time. You want to have a universe of markets decided upon ahead of time. And you want to understand the FTMO rules fully, including how the max loss and max daily loss objectives are calculated. Okay, so I think if you do that, you're going to really set yourself up for success with the FTMO challenge. So that's the checklist, guys. I hope you found that useful. Make sure you check out traderseed.io, my funded trader program, for huge discounts on FTMO challenges. There's a link in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel. I have plenty more videos coming. Hit the like button. If you have a comment, leave the comment below. And in the meantime, I wish you good luck.